Let's be honest, Google is not just a search engine anymore. It is a best friend, a teacher, a mother, a father, a priest. It is someone or somewhat that you can ask anything in this world and you know that you'll get an honest and straightforward answer. And he, she, it will not judge you for anything. Hello everyone, my name is Lumi, and before we start, I want to thank every single person that watched my previous video. If you still didn't, you can click here, or the link will be in the description box below. And this week's shoutout goes to this comment. You probably have already seen that on YouTube there are different channels and videos where celebrities Google themselves, see what people are most interested in, and they live answer to that question. Well, I'm not a celebrity yet, but I get a lot of questions on my social media accounts about public speaking and storytelling and presentation. And although I'm very happy to answer all of you and be as helpful as possible, follow me on Instagram. There are still a lot of people that have many questions, and they don't ask me, they ask Google. That's why today I will answer most frequently asked questions on Google about public speaking. Basically, while filming this video, I will write public speaking in the search bar of Google and then add do, does, when, where, and so on, and try to answer it as quickly and as honest and as information-wise knowledgeable as possible. Let's get started with something easy. Do public speaking. Okay, first question is do's and don'ts of public speaking. Well, there are many. I already have a video on 3 worst tips on public speaking. If you didn't watch it yet, you can click here, or the link will be in the description box below, where I explain what not to do, what internet tells you to do, and I tell you what not to do. But honestly speaking, I think that this question of do's and do nots of public speaking is so complex and big that it's worth an entire separate video. So if you're really curious to know the quick tips of what to do and what not to do, write me a comment in the comment section below and I will do an entire video only to that. Next, do you think public speaking is important? Hell yes. Do I have to take public speaking in college? Well, you don't have to, although depending on your college and your major, but I would still highly recommend you to do this. Because even if you don't dream of a career on a stage, having basic communication, public speaking, and presentation skills will help you in whatever career you want to build. Meaning, as long as you are planning to talk to people, doesn't matter to 1, 100, private, publicly, online, offline, it's very important, and you will see that having good communication skills, even the basic ones, will spice it up and will help you pursue what you really want. Next, does CBD help with public speaking? What? I will actually leave you here the whole list with everything that people are trying to find as an external helper, and this is CBD, propanol, alcohol, Adderall, Valium, hypnothesis, propanol again, and CBD oil. And honestly speaking, I think it can help you, but in very short term. I personally know people that like to drink 50 milliliters of vodka or a little bit of whiskey before coming on the stage, because then they're less anxious and they feel more relaxed and more natural on the stage. And it works. I mean, I saw them and it works, but it's a very short-term path. For example, it is normal and well known that after a repetitive action you learn, or you should learn. And that means that if I'm very afraid to speak in front of a public the first time, after the 50th time, I will already learn some techniques, some skills, and I will not be that afraid anymore. If you're having a little bit of alcohol or propanol or whatever, every single time in this 50 times, at the 51st time, when you'll decide, okay, now I have some experience, I will try to do public speaking without any additional help, you will not be able to do this. Also, what I personally saw one time is that the person, because he was so afraid and so terrified, he did a little bit of too much. And when he came on the stage, he forgot his words, lost his coordination, he was lost, and that was a very big, sad fail. And I think that there are enough examples of celebrities that came on the stage drunk, and that was again a very big fail. So my recommendation, try to fight with your fear, with your anxiety, not through minimizing the symptoms, but try to address why you're afraid, learn techniques, and this is how you'll get better and you'll feel more confident in a long term, and you'll be healthy and happy in the end. Next, what public speaking has taught me? Many things. I feel like there is this stereotype about public speaking that you would do this course or you do classes in public speaking only if you want to be a superstar, or you want to be a teacher or a politician, or you want generally to speak in front of a big public, which I personally think that is wrong. I think that public speaking courses or communication classes, first of all, help you to formulate and put together words and phrases in your head. Second of all, it teaches you how to say it in the right way. And when I talk about the right way, there's again this stereotype that public speaking is or teaches you manipulation. What you can use your skills for, but this should not be your end goal. So public speaking, same as any other skills, can be learned on the basic level so that you can use it in your daily life. You can learn it for professional levels, you can learn it to teach, you can learn it for yourself. But as I said before, I would highly recommend you to learn at least the basics. What public speaking skills and what public speaking teaches you? I answered that. What public speaking is all about? Surprisingly, a lot of people ask even me this: what is public speaking? What's the difference to storytelling or to presentation? Which one should I learn for that or that? And actually my very first video here on YouTube was about the difference between public speaking and storytelling. What is public speaking all about? What is storytelling? Making a difference, saying, is there a difference? So if you're really curious, you can click here, or the link will be in the description box below. Next, where to practice public speaking. As for me, my very first stages were at school, during classes. This is where we had to do different presentations on different topics, especially in high school. So this was my test audience. Then I went to different extracurricular activities as drama courses or singing, and there was kind of an advanced audience because people had the same intentions as I did. And this is where I also learned a lot about body language, or my voice, how to regulate it, when to speak louder, when to make breaks, and so on and so forth. But I also know that in many towns, especially bigger ones, there are open mics or public speaking evenings in different either pubs or theaters. So I think, again, if you Google it or if you go on Facebook and search for events, I'm almost sure you can find it. Where to learn public speaking? Again, it depends on your goal and your level. You can, of course, go straight to bigger courses, offline courses, I mean, or where you learn public speaking skills in a group. Or you can take private lessons from different teachers. Don't go to gurus, they're so bad. Or you can learn a lot of things on my YouTube channel. That's why you should like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so that you get notified every single time when there is a video for you here. But if you want to have more resources, or you need someone that you can practice with or ask some questions, but you don't want to go to a teacher or a PhD, whatever professional, you can always, and I mean it, always write me on my Instagram account or on my Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You'll find all the links in the description box below. There are already people that I'm helping with their fear, for example, or a little bit of a level up of their skills. And right now I'm doing this all free of charge. So if you're really interested, write me and I'm here for you. Where to do public speaking? You can do this online or offline. For example, even now, although I'm talking to a camera, there is a public behind, so to say. So I think that right now I'm doing a little bit of a public speaking, so you can do it while filming yourself. You can always go offline. Now it's a little bit more difficult, but you can always do this on Zoom, Skype, YouTube. There's so many opportunities. And what I think there's a misconception, you can do public speaking also in writing. Just so you know, you don't necessarily have to talk with your mouth. You can talk through your typing or writing. Next, who is the patron saint of public speaking? Is there one? I swear this was the very first suggestion that I got when I wrote who public speaking on Google. So apparently a lot of people are interested in that. And okay, I learned something new today as well. And if you're curious as well, it's Saint John Chrysostom. Saint John Chrysostom, patron of public speaking, hashtag pray with us. Next, why is public speaking important? If you made it so far in this video, I think, or at least I hope, I already answered this question. Or if you're more curious to know what is so important, you can always follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is what I'm talking about. Why is public speaking scary? I have a very specific opinion about fear of public speaking, and I'm still thinking if I should make a video about it or not. But in a nutshell, I don't believe in fear of public speaking. I believe that people are afraid of many other things. They're afraid to be rejected, they're afraid to be laughed about or off. They're afraid of looking bad. They're afraid of attention. So there are many other factors that people are afraid of. And because they cannot localize it, because people don't usually think about that, as I think it's very deep in your mind and heart. People just give a label, I'm afraid of public speaking, whether I believe this is not true. And this is what I try to direct when people are asking me about resources on how to get rid of fear of public speaking. I always have a discussion with them on a much deeper level, and then I find out, for example, last week, that a person that is actually afraid of public speaking is not really afraid of public speaking, is afraid to speak in a foreign language because he or she will not say the identity of this person, is afraid to be embarrassed because in his or her native language, he or she is really good, but when speaking in a foreign language, he or she has the fear to lose the status of a smart person. And if you know this, you can address this problem with many other things rather than say, drink a little bit of alcohol or get CBD oil before getting on a stage. Why is public speaking a performance? Because on one side you get ready for it, you prepare a text or you prepare some materials, you think about that. Second of all, usually in doing public speaking, you are thinking about your clothes. So you also think how to appear, how to make your hair, makeup, whatever, which is part of a performance. Why is eye contact important in public speaking? My favorite question. In my video on 3 worst tips on public speaking, again, you can click here and the link is still in the description box below. I talked about a tip on eye contact that I was given, and I was told that if you're looking in the eyes of people, this can get you distressed or even more anxious, which I truly believed in, and it's still true to some extent. But there is, I think that having eye contact to people in your audience, it doesn't have only to be with one person and very persistent, very deep in their soul. I mean, if you're talking to people like normally, you also look at their eyes or mouth. You get a special level of trust because people see that you are open and you don't hide anything. Second of all, I also told that in one of my videos, and I will be more than willing to do a separate video on that, if you look at your audience, you can really make a dialogue with them, not a monologue. In the sense, usually when I speak, I look at people and I search for their reaction. Why I do this? Because then I know, should I speak louder or not so loud? Should I speak much faster because they are really bored? Or should I take it slow? Because it's an important topic and it is important that my audience gets some time to process this information. And should I move? Should I stand still because they're irritated? There's so much information that your audience can give you that will help you to perform even better, that I think it's really sad and it's a little bit of a tragedy if you don't use this resource and you just speak to a wall. Why I live in mortal dread of public speaking. If you have the same question, write me on YouTube, on my social media accounts. My Instagram is here, all the links are in the description box below. Just write me, we will talk about that and you will not live in this mortal dread anymore. These were the most frequently asked questions on Google about public speaking. I hope that I could comprehensively, honestly, and directly, entertainingly answer to them. If you have other questions, don't hesitate to write them in the comment section below. If you want to talk to me privately because you don't want everyone to know that you are afraid of something or you have questions, you can always text me on my Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and so on. If you really need my email, you can ask for it. All the links are in the description box below. Don't forget to click like, subscribe and the bell button so that you get notified whenever something new is happening around here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked this format. If you did, again, like and comment something about that. And see you next Monday. Bye!